phone.
Yeah, I think we're live. Shade, are you muted?
Can you spend 1 minute?
I'm coming. Wait a minute.
My, can you hear me? Danny! Danny! Danny is on. Hi, Danny. Hi, Danny. Can you guys hear me? My teacher just sent me a message saying, does the idea of cutting my eye sound like a plan? I don't know what it means. Maybe he wants to use me for ritual. I don't know. I'm not sure. The cutest pictures behind me. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. So I have no idea if we are doing the thing because I have done my bits, but I'm still live here and it's saying streaming. I don't know. Okay.
You always tell me to bring.
Okay.
Especially relatives.
Okay, where is Nelly?
Oh, let's move to
He's
sales.
coming. He's on his
He's
way.
not here, please.
Took by the red head.
I
How
want
far?
to see sales, please.
Okay, sales.
Winter ready. Winter ready. Tolu, you don't have one of these pieces, right?
No.
I think Dupe has one, not this color. Comes in different colors, very warm, nice. If you are like me and you don't, well, you're not like me and you want to be more modest, you can, button it up all the way. Very nice and fitted, keeps you nice and snug. Of course, like I said, long sleeve, so it keeps you warm. You can cup this right now. Scan the QR code. Auntie, clock it. And my pants are from Beauty Bade. Beauty Bade Kampala pants. All right. We're done.
When you sent to me those Kampala pants, as if is it from him also?
Yes.
All right.
Everything is from him.
Okay.
Everything is from him.
Okay.
So Nelly is not here. So I'm going to remove his placeholder.
No, he's coming. He's joining.
Yeah, he'll join me on the next story.
Okay.
All right. So it's been a lot of different things happening. Should we just go straight into the stories?
Yeah.
Produce now, producer. It's only me that is producing.
Okay. So this is our first story. David O's alleged.
Alleged spawn.
I don't know. I've been following this story since the inception, like since Anu came out with her daughter, and I'm a fan of.
I was going to say, Tolu, if you don't follow, who will follow? Is it
Yeah,
me?
because of Auntie Kemi. I love Kemi Olunloyo. So
Keep it up.
whatever to you guys, man. I love Kemi. So Shade Nelly is there. So can you remove the yeah? So I've been following since inception, and I remember then when she came out. I think when the daughter was younger, I don't know. She kind of like looked like Davido to me, Sha. But now I don't see any resemblance. But then again, our minds can play tricks on us. So when she came out, then she goes and Kemi kept on saying, "Oh yes, that the woman said that yes." They met in a club in GQ Club, and I know the club. Funny enough, in Ibadan, if anybody person, one of the top clubs there.
So you have been gallivanting clubs.
That was in my heydays. In my heydays.
So what are you now? Your grade is
Nelly, this is 2026.
meaning what?
Please. Tolu, continue.
Ethiopia is still in 2018. What are you talking about?
So, she said she claims,
Shade, how are you?
alleges that they had a one night stand then and he produced a child. And as at then, they had a DNA test, but the ladies are alleging that it was, I mean, that the family of the Adeleke family bribes the lab, and even then, I remember she mentioned that that they want to use her own. They should use like a neutral, but I don't know. That was there that and Kemi has been pushing since that they should do DNA, should do DNA that they should send the sample abroad since he's even American and all that. It was a whole thing back then, but I guess they died it that time, and now she's coming out again because I guess she's now a teenager and she can speak for herself now. So I guess she's now the one speaking allegedly, but people are still saying it's the mom that is speaking through her Instagram. And now what is paining me the most, what is sad about this whole thing is that fine, I know that a girl is trying to identify, she's trying to get her identity from wherever she can, and her mom has said this to your father and all that, but now it's now opening room for insult between a full grown man and a child. Because if you look at the what has transpired between them on Instagram, the way Davido insulted, which it touched me because I love Davido with a passion, and I didn't like the way he went all out. I just feel Davido should just keep quiet and just ignore, like Cubana. See the way Cubana is dealing with Helen. He's alleged, So if I wish Davido can just keep quiet about this, and because the truth is that if this is your child, it will come to light. I don't even see Davido as someone that has a child outside and will not want to claim the child. My own personal opinion is that this is not his child. My own personal opinion. I feel this is not the child. There was another story that she had allegedly had something with Davido's cousin Bread. So people kept on saying, well, she looks more like Bread, not even like Davido. Or one of the other cousins, the Bread's brother,
Tolu,
something
Tolu,
like
please. Tolu, it's not bread, please.
that. Bread,
It's
bread.
red.
Is that not bread?
You call
Wait,
this
is
boy
that not bread?
bread.
Is that not bread? So basically, that's the whole thing. Sha. Davido is saying, "You are not my child, so please, Auntie, are you crazy? Auntie, are you mad? Please, this child, leave me alone." It's just putting a toll on my icon. I'm not really happy the way is spinning him in a negative light, but they frustrated him to that point. But I just wish Davido can just keep quiet about this and go and do another test. He's claiming he's done 5. They are saying he's only done 1, and the one was, it wasn't sufficient for them, so they want another one. But I personally don't think this is Davido's child. But there you go. Over to everyone.
Believe it. You have an opposing view to your doctor, Kemi
I
Olunloyo.
do.
You.
I don't even think Kemi has never said that this is Davido's. I think Kemi is just saying Davido should go and Kemi is talking based on what this girl has said. So that's why Kemi is saying go and do DNA test. I don't know if Kemi is convinced herself that this is his child. I don't even know if she has said it. Do you get?
Anti I. Can you hear me? Anyway, to start with, this is a family problem. It's not any of our business, but because Davido is a public figure, and the matter is in the public domain, so we are somehow obliged to speak about it. I've always said that when you make your personal business a public affair, the public has the right to comment on it. All right, so I'm going to stay on the side of Davido here, and I'm going to give reasons for that. If you take an opinion on this matter, you should give a logical reason for why you are doing so. In law, I'm going to speak as a lawyer and also speak based as a normal person. So, in law, there's what is called similar fact evidence, and I think Tolu touched on it, but she didn't mention similar fact evidence, which is that the Adeleke family and Davido is particularly have history of taking a child when it belongs to them. It doesn't matter who gave birth to that child. They have history of not denying a child that is theirs. Right? If you look back from B-Red, from Davido himself, there's evidence. Davido is married to Chioma, but he has other kids. He's never denied. In fact, if this story was that, if the lady is saying that, oh, I had a baby for Davido, the baby went to visit the Adelekes, they've refused to return the baby, I cannot see my child, I would believe the girl. Because Davido and the father, the man likes kids. If you remember what's this Dele Momadu's family member who was a baby for Davido. At some
Sophia.
point, yes, Sophia. At some point, the issue was that it was about visitation, right to visitation. There's never denial. It's people who don't have money to raise kids that somehow like to avoid kids. The man, Adeleke, even if Davido doesn't want to take the child, if it was their child, if it was Davido's child, the father would take the child. That is one. Secondly, the girl shot herself in the foot by taking preemptive actions. Why do you name a child Anu Adeleke at the time of birth when you are not sure of who the father is? That's suspicious, really, right? Really, really suspicious that you will go ahead and name a child, put a burden on yourself and the child, only to be, so you're working from answer to question. You have determined that this child belongs to Davido. Now you're looking for a way to hang it on him, right? Then again, if you are saying that they did a DNA, I mean, this is like somebody looking for straws to hang on to. If you are saying that they did a DNA and you are alleging that there was compromise, I saw somebody making comments over this and said the girl said that when they went to do the DNA, she saw Davido giving envelope to the doctor. First of all, I find it very hard to believe that Davido was there at the same time that the girl was there and the mother. The DNA, both of them don't need to be there at the same time. One. Secondly, it's very improbable that Davido will be handing envelope to a doctor or lab scientist in a situation where somebody else can see that he's giving the money. Now, so this lawyer I mean talking now is highly improbable. Then thirdly, she's made this allegation, and in law, he that asserts must prove. What is the evidence that he actually gave money? You had your phone, somebody like that. Of course, if a man is denying your child and all that, I know that most smart girls will be very smart in putting their camera on. If something shady is going on, they'll video or take a picture. Where is that evidence? Do you understand? And I don't blame Davido. If already, let her go to court. So the only solution she may have right now is to go to court and the court to give an order to compel a DNA. But if a DNA has already been conducted and the result says that Davido is not the father of this child, that is conclusive in my own opinion. It's conclusive. So all this thing is just cloud chasing. And like I said,
I have a
without
question for you.
without
If
saying
it's
without
conclusive, can't they challenge it as a law?
challenge what?
Can they? You said if they've done a DNA,
Yeah.
it's conclusive. Can't they challenge it? Like, can the
No,
mother?
you can't challenge you can't challenge existing DNA results. You can say we want a third opinion. Let's do another one. Because it's like an X-ray, it's like a drawing, right? It's out, is out. You cannot be saying, no, this should not be, this should not be. No, just say, okay, I don't trust this result. Let's do it elsewhere. Do you understand? At this moment, so the first one, Davido did it voluntarily without anybody compelling him or court compelling him. Now he says he doesn't want to do any DNA test. He's done one already, right? So if you are so sure about your allegation and you're, really, really convinced that that result is false, now you need to go to court to get a court order. Go to family courts, get a court order compelling Davido to do another DNA at a center either appointed by the court, nominated by the court, or agreed on by both parties. So those suspicions that she has, when she goes to court, it will be ironed out. She can say, I don't want him to nominate where we're going to do the DNA. The video can say, I don't want her to nominate. Then the court will say, okay, we have a government institution. There's someone in Ikeja by Alausa. We're going to do that one. Go and do it there. Or somewhere in Ikoyi, go and do it there. So it is a court-appointed institution or medical facility that is doing the DNA, right? So that's the situation. And like I said, Davido didn't even insult the girl, like what Tolu was saying. He said, after a couple of DNAs, I beg, may she go find her papa, may they leave me alone. And that's
See,
the only thing he said about it.
see, Tolu, there was something you said, right? And I think it's important that Davido responded, because this situation for me is exactly like the boy that is accusing or is that is saying that Jay-Z is his father in the US.
Mm-hmm.
He's been saying these things since he was a child. Jay-Z he's never responded. And there's just been rumors circulating, rumors circulating. Now, Jay-Z's lawyers have responded and said, this boy is just clout chasing. But there's still a lot of rumors because Jay-Z has never addressed it, because the truth is, like you said, why address it? But the reality is, sometimes you need to address these things. This person, as far as I'm concerned, they are clout chasers, just like Kemi Olunoyo. They are clout chasing 101.
And you
This,
have a brand. You have a brand.
they know that they have nothing to lose by doing this. One, they keep doing this, they keep getting an audience, because we like tea, don't we? We like gist. So every time they come out, it's more attention for them, and it's taken away from the brand value of David, because unfortunately, Nelly, you're right, they do have a what's it called, precedent of
Yeah.
taking kids, but David also has a precedent of giving women belly. So
Yeah, but he's never denied
those
it. But he's
things,
never denied it, Tolu.
yes, but
Shade, he's never denied his kids.
the truth is, if David was a guy like, I don't know, I don't know who to say that, I say
Maybe
that
two
is
Baba.
clean in
They
the
take
industry, not like
everybody.
Tubaba, someone who's clean in the industry.
Oh,
we
yeah,
would-
yeah.
We would
I get what you mean now.
completely say no, this is not possible. But
I get what you
because
mean.
David has that background of
Of
giving
infidelity.
other people infidelity, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
That's one reason. So, but it is
But he has something working for him because he never denies his kids.
exactly.
So I get what you say. It's both ways. You can
It's
argue
both
both ways.
ways. But you see, for me, people like Kemi Olunoyo and people like that girl's mother,
Tell me it's not well now.
they
That's why I didn't
no,
mention her.
no, that one is standard. She's certifiable. That's standard. But you see, when you put your child in that position to live their life,
In uncertainty.
let us say, for instance, David is even her father. What kind of mother are you allowing your child to put herself in that position where she's chasing after someone who has said, I'm not your father?
And it's unfair. It's unfair.
It's so unfair on the child, and it is for clout. It is
Mental health. Think about the
very
child's mental health.
stupid, and I'm so irritated when I see this thing pop up on my. I'm so, because I feel a bit bad, just a little bit bad for David. I'm a huge fan of Davido, and I feel like he's very open with his feelings and very open with all the things he goes through. I feel bad for him that January don't land, and this is not the first thing on top of your plate.
Shade, can you imagine? The girl is 13. Her friends are saying, oh, you claim to be Davido's daughter, but you've never seen your father. Can you imagine? You know, girls at this age and kids of this age, they throw themselves. Can you imagine the kind of mental health issues she'll be going through? Why do you name
I
a
think
child
I think
when
that
you have
I'm
not
just
ascertained
going
the
to
father?
I'm going to add quickly that so for in my own perspective, right? If by because what I read was they have done like 5 DNA tests. I don't know if this is the truth,
Even if
but
it's one.
somebody did three. Yes,
Let's
somebody
even say it's
did
one.
three. Yeah, let's assume that everything is compromised when you do DNA tests in Nigeria. Let's assume, but they've done 5, and there's no evidence that Davido is the father of this child. My own question is, I mean, maybe more to you people who are his fans and know about his life, right? Or maybe Tolu, is from all his children that he has there been anyone as a result of a one-night stand? Or was he in proper relationships, not proper relationship, but maybe he was seeing you on and off, on and off, on and off, and there was people knew there was a pattern. Oh, David is always with this girl, and then she gets pregnant. Or is there a child he has now today that it was one jam, one picking?
Those are
Because
two. Those are very personal
He has
details.
two. No, he has two like that. What are we talking about? The people who know David, he has two like that.
Sophia, right?
No, not Sophia.
No.
He dated Sophia. He dated Sophia off and on, but he dated her. He has 2 kids in that same situation, one boy, one girl.
But he didn't deny them.
He did. That's what I'm saying. They did DNA. What I'm saying from based on what Dupa is asking, they were girls who he was not in relationships
And
with
those DNAs were once. So why didn't he
once,
compromise
and
those ones?
immediately they say it's his child. Immediately they bring you into the fold.
So
Immediately, no
Shade,
question.
why didn't he compromise those ones and bribe those doctors who did the DNA? Why is it this one?
First of all, Davido is even saying he doesn't know this girl. That's what he's first saying.
The why I asked was because if there's a maybe that's why this girl rose from the ashes to say Davido has a child with her because she wanted to look at a pattern there where okay he's had a one night stand before. I can also say
You really can't tell the motive
In
behind this
fact for
kind
me
of
it's
weird
Ibadan of all
behavior.
places that he went to go and do one night stand. She didn't even say okay he came to Abuja, he was in Jos,
Even
Ibadan.
her story is incoherent.
So that's the thing. So for me, I think that is it possible, Nelly, from a legal perspective, for Davido to get a restraining order on this girl at this point where it has been established that he's not the father of the child? Is it possible? I mean, to completely lay all of this madness to bed, that's all.
Yes. So this is the court. He can go to court, I mean, through his lawyers, file an application, a restraining order, right? But that application has to be accompanied by that DNA, right? Don't let me bore you with the details, but you file an affidavit with your application to state the history of this issue. That after many call out by the girl and harassment, he's gone to do DNA. This is the DNA result. He will attach it, right, to the court process. The court will look at it and say, okay, yeah, this DNA result says you are not his father. And he has to also show that after that DNA result, this girl has become relentless, has gone further. She's been very aggressive in the way she's been calling his name in the public. Now the daughter is a teenager, 13. She too, through her handle, whether it's the mother using it indirectly, whatever, but it's a handle, it's calling him out, it's affecting his brand, blah, blah. He wants a restraining order to stop the mother and the daughter or any of the family members acting by themselves or through their agencies or friends, whatever. Now, this is the lawyer I mean talking, and that's how you frame it. The court to grant the order, right? But there has to be evidence that he has gone out of his way to show that this kid is not his. Now, when that restraining order is granted, so it depends. It may be ex parte, it may be on motion. When that order is granted, she can challenge the order to say, no, this order is gotten by misrepresentation. Davido is not telling the truth. That DNA test is false. He was manipulated, blah, 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 blah. This is his child. If she challenges, assuming that she was served the application paper before it was granted. So to resolve the issue, when there are conflicts, so the law is that when there are conflicts in two affidavits before the court can call for oral evidence or expert evidence. So in this situation, I will assume that what the court will do is to order a different DNA, not at the instance of not either of them prompting it. The court will say to resolve this issue. The video is saying that this is the DNA test. She's saying that this DNA test is manipulated, it's fraudulent. The court will say, now, I am going to order a DNA test to ascertain the paternity of this child. When that DNA test now comes out, the result will now determine the appropriate order the court will make. So if the DNA result comes back and it shows that Davido is the father of the kid, of course, the court will say, Ogbeni, this is your kid, right? If there are consequential order, maintenance, blah, 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 the court will make those orders. If the result shows that this kid is not Davido's kid, the court will go ahead and make a restraining and issue a restraining order against the girl. If she flouts it,
I hope, see,
that is contempt of court, and you can go to jail for it.
I think this is, see, Nelly, see all you are saying. All of that will put that girl and her mother in close proximity to David. That's what they want.
No, Davido doesn't have to be there.
No, I'm telling you, it's not about Davido being, it's close. When I say close proximity, it means that they have now joined inside.
Yeah,
that
but
is
that's
what
the way
they
to
want.
resolve it. But
I'm telling you that is what they want, and that is why I know that this is clout. They're trying to breathe the same air as David.
But Shade,
please,
this
I
is
want
the
to just
thing.
make an appeal to David.
Shade, what is the thing?
Pretend like she doesn't exist.
No, Shade. Honestly, let me tell you, if I was Davido's, if the thing is creating enough damage to his brand, I would advise him as a lawyer to do what I've just said. But if it doesn't scratch the surface, ignore her.
You know,
Just like Chief
I
Priest.
don't think it affects his
But if it's
brand. I
affecting
think it's
his
for his
brand,
kids he's
but
doing
we're
this.
but we're talking about it now. If it is affecting his public perception of morality, right? Just to lay
Morality.
it to bed.
Davido has no, no, no,
See,
no.
Morality
Wait,
left
I'm saying,
Davido
no, no.
since
Morality is not in that
since
see,
WhatsApp group
guys,
of
guys, guys,
morality.
morality
listen,
left
see,
Davido since
no.
1900.
You
Please.
don't know. See, let me tell you. You know, we are talking from distance. He has a team and he's doing a business. He's a business guy, musician, and he has other things he's doing. If by any chance this thing is going to be a threat, we may not know it publicly. If
And that's to his
anyway,
brand, Nelly. Don't call Davido and morality in the same breath.
wait, now there may be, see, it may not be Davido. Let me tell you something. It may not be
Okay.
Davido. If for example, Mattel says that this does not sit well with us, they want to pull his deal, he has to deal with it. Do you understand? So it has nothing to do with the Davido. It has to do with his sponsors. If his sponsors say that our company policy, for example, if Mattel says that our company policy and what we represent in regards to women and children, this does not represent our policy. Please deal with it. Otherwise, we're going to pull our sponsorship of you as a brand. And substantial money is coming from Mattel. He will deal with it. It has nothing to do with Davido.
If it was a brand ambassador for Pampers or Cerelac, maybe children, something that has to do with kids.
See. Companies have
Mattel is alcohol.
Companies have corporate policy. So it's an alcohol company, but what they have corporate social responsibility that focuses on women and kids.
True.
Do you understand?
You have a point.
Those things do not always come to the public. But I'm telling you that this court process that I've just analyzed, Davido does not even have to be in court one day. In fact, he can give this job to a new lawyer that is maybe 5 years experience. He doesn't even have to know the lawyer. These are not matters that you have to be in court as a person. Just give lawyer money, they'll find the appropriate process, give them the result of the first DNA. If the court orders another DNA, I mean, go there, Davido can go there on a day that nobody knows, provide his DNA and disappears. Then she will come with the daughter, provide her samples and disappear. The result will be forwarded to the courts.
See,
There's
no
no way.
matter.
There's no way at any time where Davido and this girl will meet face to face.
I think what Sade is trying to establish here is it's not a physical contact as such, but a presence where they remain in his life.
But what I'm saying is that if your business is substantially in danger, this is a sacrifice you can make.
Anyway, let me just say to Davido, Nelly is a lawyer and you can tell that he knows his job. Just bring this contract to him. If you are listening, let him help you. Please, let's go to the next one.
Wait. Sorry, before we go to the next one, Nelly, this is what I'm referring to. Davido said, but I only met you in 2000. The girl said, about I only met you in 2014, and Davido responded, "Are you mad, this girl?" I said, "I am not your dad." So
is that Davido's verified handle?
That is for a small child.
Wait, so is that Davido's verified handle?
Yes, now.
Okay, go ahead.
Now. No, it's just that, are you mad? Like, for a child, to a child.
Honestly, I don't believe that is even her that is writing all of that thing.
Yes.
No, I feel like Davido also believes that it's not her that is writing all those things.
That is one. Secondly, let's even assume she's the one writing it. I can understand Davido's frustration.
Yes, are you mad?
But it doesn't make it right. And again, a 13-year-old girl. Wait, a 13-year-old girl allowed to open social media handles?
Parents are allowed to open now. Parents.
I think the question also is: does Davido tell his children? Does Davido tell his? And I know where Tolu is coming from. Does Davido tell his children at home, "Are you mad?"
No.
In no circle, I don't care how frustrated you are. You must be. No. Nelly, let me land on this point. I do not care how frustrated you are as an adult. The onus is on you to watch what you say to other people. Wait, and let me make this clear. If Davido tells his children, "Are you mad in the house?" then maybe that's why he can tell this child, a 13-year-old, "Are you mad?" Nelly, even you and me as friends or with anybody else, I will not ask you, "Are you mad?" out of frustration. I will be mindful as to what I say to you. So I don't want people to making excuses. Davido was frustrated. Davido was blah 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 blah.
Get my point. Davido is not infallible. He's a human being. He has weaknesses. If he says,
he is represent. You just said he's a brand.
Let me finish. If he says to the girl let's assume that all things being equal is the girl who's chatting and is Davido who's chatting, and he says, "Are you mad?" He's totally in the wrong. I agree with you 100%. Let's not assume or expect perfection from any human.
No
It's
enable bad
so
behavior,
rare.
I beg.
No, it's bad behavior. I agree with you, but Davido is not perfect. It's not perfect.
Let's go to the next story.
Do you
Next
understand? It's
story.
not perfect,
Next story. Next
and it's
story.
never
And it's
claimed to
good
be.
Tolu has called him out. Tolu, well done.
Please stop mentioning Sade. Kemi Olunloyo here, please. That woman needs help.
Nelly, choose one. Kemi or Ratel, choose one.
Uh, two of them will burn. They are mad.
Let's talk about
Next story,
my
please.
story, please. Nice story, please. Okay. So on your screen, we have a celebrity couple, because honestly, influencers are now celebrities. They're no different. They gain the same traction on social media. They have the same effect when it comes to what they do. So we have Desmond Scott, and I think her name is Kaylee. I can't even
I
honestly.
thought there was a write up to these people so that we
Yes,
could
so
read it.
I'm gonna get there. So they are, I think between them, they have almost 5 to 7 million followers. They're very popular on TikTok, very popular on Insta, very popular everywhere. They basically show us their life in terms of family. She's very goofy. He's a chef. They've been at it for a while and they're doing really, really well. They met when they were 14. They've been married for, I think it's 8 of the 14 since they met. So they've been together since they were kids. And allegedly she filed divorce papers, and then folks got the report from the courts, and she cited infidelity on his part, and and also she said no chance of irreconcilable differences is what she said. And then I mean, when this happened, it broke social media basically, because like I said, they're very known. And of course, we love black couples. They're both very good looking. They have the pretty privilege going for them, light skinned, everything going on. And also because they just built their first house together, so very popular with what was going on. So he didn't respond at first when it happened, and then later he did respond. So I'm going to put if I still have it. Ooh, I don't know if I still have it. Everybody, please. I don't know if I still have it. I'm going to. Oh, I don't have it. Anyway, where's everybody gone? Anyway, so he responded saying that he responded with it's a write-up talking about the fact that respect our privacy. This is what's going on. That he had indicated to his wife that they should get separated as at, I think he said last year, ending of last year. And then he now did something he wasn't very proud of. And so basically he's agreeing that yes, the divorce was based on his infidelity. Now, the most important thing for me now is it's just broken again. Like yesterday, he was seen yesterday. Thank you. He was seen yesterday locking lips with someone at a bar, apparently. A blonde girl at a bar. So it's just so much going on. So
It
little
wasn't
time.
me. It wasn't me.
So much going on, so little time. I'm trying to get the write up. But has anyone seen
This
this?
is what they call segrave. But I don't know. I don't honestly. At the end of the day, they've made money. 5 million to 7 million followers. They can leave the stage for other people to come and make their own money. I beg. If this divorce is how everybody will go their separate ways, and they can leave social media for up and comings
So
to take the stage.
let me read what he said. He says, I want to begin by apologizing to Christy, our family, and everyone that has been impacted by the public attention. I know this news has been disappointing to many, and I'm truly sorry for the hurt it has caused. Christy is the mother of our children and will always come first. I mean, fully committed, da, da, da. Now, the most important part is said, Christy and I faced challenges and made sincere efforts to walk through them. Towards the end of 2025, I wanted to separate, and I had a conversation with Christy regarding this. During this period, I made choices that I am not proud of. I took responsibility for those actions. I shared this with her directly and personally, and ultimately we decided to divorce. And then he says he asked for privacy while kissing a woman in the bar. It's just drama.
For me, this just shows that whatever you see on social media should just be taken with a pinch of salt. And I really just blame people that look up to social media people as their role models when it comes to some things. So, like marriages, couple goals, this is where it all leads to. It all starts from. You see people doing ooh, ah, oh, on top of this kind of thing. Fine, maybe at one point it was rosy and everything. So maybe some people would argue that, well, I mean, while it was still rosy, I was learning a lot from them. So now that it's not rosy, but the truth is that we don't really know what has been happening behind closed doors, which is what the other types of people are saying, that what we see on social media really is not true. Everything is just a farce. Everybody just wants you to believe, everything is all good and all that. And like Dukbe said, this is all money making for as far as I'm concerned. So it is showtime, show business. So I don't really, when I see stories like this, honestly, I don't even know them. So I can't even relate.
I
But
don't, I
the
don't
ones
think
I can relate with,
I
I know
don't
you.
think we should say they don't like it. I feel like it is possible for you to showcase your relationship in a way because they don't. She's a goofy. She's always like making jokes and
Why? Okay, so why is it important to showcase your relationship to the
no, no,
world?
no. Again, with the way social media works, if you put something on social media and that's what catches your audience fans and that's what they like, you can lean into that and just keep on feeding your audience. Because
Why?
again, if so, no, she is a full-time content creator. She is a full. That's her job. Like literally, that's her job. So if that's her job, that means her job is to create the content that her audience wants. It's like being a lawyer, it's like being a doctor. Social media content creator, it's an actual job because it pays even more than lawyer and doctor self. So we shouldn't look down on it and say, oh, maybe they never really liked each other. Yes, it's like any other job. There are doctors who their relationships are horrible at home because they spend a lot of time in the ER or they're traveling a lot. It's the reality of any job. So I don't think we should say, oh, don't believe everything you see on social media. I don't even think it says anything here. I don't know.
Honestly, let
Nelly.
me add what Tolu, just to buttress your point here, and I agree with you when you say that we don't know what's happening behind closed doors when they were. Do you understand? And then so whatever they show you on social media is what you take as those who are their fans or followers. But I think that it speaks to what was happening behind the closed door. If right after how many days this news came out that you have a split, and the next thing you're in a bar, you're kissing another woman, it's for me. I think it sums it all up to say that 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 ship sailed a long time ago. Maybe they were just trying to keep up with put up with the social media, and that's the problem. You see, and it goes back to this social media madness, and that's the problem where you're just trying to keep up the facade, where so that people would think that there's still something going on there. Meanwhile, two of you in your heads, you're done and you're out, and you're literally out the door. But because, like Shade said, you have to constantly feed your animals who are waiting to be fed. You carry so he's kissing somebody in a club. I don't hold that against him. I think that this mentally or emotionally or even physically he was done a long time ago because he did not have enough respect to not kiss somebody in a club. I mean, he could have kissed that person in his car or maybe go to a hotel. I mean, you know what I mean? Like hide if you respect your partner so much based off of what she's going through and based off what both of you are also going through. So at the end of the day, you're right in saying that they might have had more stuff going on backdoor, but whatever they present to you in the world for all of us to see is also different. So at the end of the day, I mean, I wish them all the best. Like I said, let them exit the state. There are so many people on social media. I mean, the world's a global village, but let them exit the stage for another people to come and showcase so that we can be moving up in the line. Anyways, that's all.
I don't know. This story reminds me of this other people's story. Anyone used to follow this guy, Jax? I think that's his name. He used to do relationship advice, him and his wife. Very, as in, I can't remember, it's Jackson or Jax or something like that. He used to give relationship. Fine boy. People liked him. Girls used to follow him
And
for
then
his.
his wife used to wear bonnet.
God bless you. Not Bonin.
What do you call it? A helmet of God.
Oh, okay.
Those kind of things. Meanwhile, the guy was cheating on his wife all through, as in all the time that he used to give motivational talks, he used to say this, relationship talk, everything. Now,
So are they divorced now?
before she's
Oh,
now
okay.
sing solo. She's singing.
No, but he has cheated on the new one now. The other, he has
Yes,
cheated
I
on the
don't
new
no,
wife.
the new wife, the new girlfriend, her pregnancy is not. He found out that her pregnancy is not for him.
Okay.
So that means she was cheating on him.
Karma is so
Like,
sweet.
yeah, imagine.
Oh
So
my
it's also
God.
anyhow social
Nelly, do you have
media.
anything
I
to
don't.
say?
Yeah, so well, like like I always say, when marriage or relationship goes south, you really cannot tell um, from afar, and that's why we lawyers sometimes we're sitting in a privileged seats. I've seen situations where even celebrated separations in Nigeria, people are there talking in the public, in the newspapers, that why they separated or what's going on. But when push comes to shove, they're sitting before us as lawyers. They begin to tell you the real reasons why they're separating. It's nothing within the purview of what the public has discussed. So it's only two of them that can really, really tell exactly what's led what that irreconcilable differences is. I remember Tolu was saying something like she said irreconcilable differences, but she didn't give the details. So irreconcilable difference in Nigeria, in the UK, in America, in developed countries that practice democracy and judicial court system, irreconcilable difference is a ground for divorce or separation of couples. Now, it's when you now go to court, when the matter is up for hearing, you now begin to give the details of what that irreconcilable difference means. The law makes provision.
I think she cited infidelity.
Hey, that's one now. Infidelity now, that's her side. If the guy come now, we hear that, oh, she started
Well,
it first.
so let me just quickly say, after she
Infidelity is
filed,
not really so. Infidelity is sorry, Shade. Go ahead.
now I'm gonna say after she filed,
Mhm.
she put up a post. Well, he did his write up. Then she put up a post with herself in their house saying same address, and then he liked the post and then commented saying, "I don't want the house, just want the kids," something like that.
Okay,
So
so that's what I'm saying. But infidelity is not really, so to say, irreconcilable difference. Let me tell you, there is more to that because there's a lot of ambiguity when you throw that word in. And I can tell you, when the matter, if the matter ever goes to trial and you put both of them on the stands, you will realize that that infidelity, right, is just the umbrella. There is something more fundamental. Infidelity doesn't mean that you're sleeping with somebody else. I've seen a case where somebody filed for divorce, infidelity. What is infidelity? He's not faithful to me because he's always admiring girls, making sexual comments about other women. That's her own definition of infidelity. She hasn't said he slept with somebody else. And like Dupe said, if after a week or two that they've made their separation public, he's found in a bar, in a public space, locking lips with somebody else, of course he knows that it will be captured. He knows it will become a public topic. That's not happenstance, it's not a mistake, it's deliberate. So to corroborate with what Dupe has said, you can draw inference that two of them may have been putting up a facade. In fact, this marriage may have been separated or ended long before they made it public. Maybe they just said, okay, let's just keep up a front. And Shade too, just in corroboration to what you also said, Tolu is a business. I can assure you, after she has separated now, I can assure you, next week we may discuss this. Her followership will grow. She will get more traction. She will get richer because her topic for discussion will now be her experience in the marriage, how she thought she was in love, what happened, blah blah blah. That whole thing can run for another year. It's a money bag for her. Let me even play the devil's advocate. It may just be a game plan for both of them to make more money.
I seriously doubt it.
It's a crazy word. I'm
No,
not
no.
saying
So,
that's what it is. I'm not
so the
saying that's
reason
what
why
it is.
the reason why I doubt it is because a lot of their content was very family oriented ish in terms of it was both of them, and they both have separate. They've always had separate social media accounts.
But do you think she's going to make more money after this?
No, she's always been she's the full-time content creator. He's a chef.
I'm saying she after
Oh,
now.
she is. Oh, she is. Without a doubt, she's going to keep on making probably much more now because now she can do Goofy all by herself.
And she's gonna, because she hasn't given more details. She has not given a lot of details about the separation on her own now. Some people who are core followers are going to be interested in what she has to say about her marriage, right?
True. So from based on her
She may
current
even write a
content,
book. She may even write a book
probably. I mean,
or do a
the truth
movie.
is, based on her current content, she doesn't talk so much about. They just they
Shade,
but
Shade,
things can change, of course, of course.
lawyer like me or a promoter will sneak in behind soon and say, are you not seeing the money making opportunity here? You don't owe him any. She doesn't owe him any loyalty anymore.
But
It belongs to the past, but she can discuss the relationship.
so
Do they have kids?
yeah, they have two kids,
Mhm.
two boys. So what I was going to say is, for me, one of the things that this showed me was that this generation of women are so different from our mothers.
Oh, absolutely.
Because based on his own side of the story, he says, I told her I wanted a separation. I told her about my infidelity, and she was like, I'm done. I want a divorce. And I mean, we saw a video last year, Toyosi and Toke talking about how infidelity is not a deal breaker for many
Who is
marriages.
Toke? Sorry now.
The popular online person. As in, I don't
Is it
understand.
Toke Makinwa?
Yes.
Please mention serious people now. Go ahead.
So they were talking about how infidelity is not. I'm just saying that a new generation of women who are saying, I have deal breakers, and if you break it, it's done. I feel like he broke, and I don't know whether to say he didn't know her deal breaker, because he should know her deal breaker.
Why you married to somebody you don't know their deal breaker?
You understand? So for me, he knew what he was doing because she didn't catch him cheating.
Can I tell you? Yes, God bless you.
He said, I told her.
So if you know
So that
somebody's
means
deal
he
breaker,
wanted to go out of that relationship.
absolutely.
He wanted
If
out of that
if you
relationship.
wanted to remain, he didn't have to tell her
That's it.
because she didn't catch him.
See, if you really wanted to stay, that secret will die with you. Unless the person you had a relationship was trying to blackmail you or something.
Maybe the grass is not really green the way he thought it would be. Do
I
you
don't know.
People go into something with expectations, then you go in there, and after a while, you ask yourself.
I mean, they've known each other since they were 14.
So that's the thing. That's the thing. It's so funny that, and I've seen situations where somebody will say, we've been together for 9 years, and after 3 years, we want to separate. And she's like, when we were friends, we were dating, it was all great. And something suddenly changed when we got married. It's so funny and weird. Some of the stories you will hear about divorce, like this one, they've been together. They had best of time when they were dating. And the moment that question is popped, it's another gear. This switch another gear altogether. I don't know I can't explain it, but
No,
it's
I don't know. I just think that, again, I enjoy wholesome, because I liked their content because it was wholesome couple content. Married.
How long were they married for?
Almost 8 years or something. They've been together for a while.
They don't tire. They don't tire
Two
for each other now.
kids. They're still very young. They get invited to all the best places.
How old is the guy and the girl?
They're both in their 30s.
Look why he laughing. They don't tire now. Shade, let me even tell you something. You see, there is no, like you said earlier on. See, I think we mentioned this maybe when we're talking about the two-faced matter. And the young generation, it is not love that keeps a marriage going. It's just endurance and you're tolerable, especially when it makes sense. It's not like I was saying today to somebody, two heads are better than one, but those two heads must be good heads. So, do you understand? So, when there is intolerable circumstances, right, it's not because of love. People fall out of emotions and falling back, right? But when two adults are dealing with each other and there's tolerance, there's a red line, right? So if you cross it, you can't expect the other person to tolerate it if there are different circumstances, right? So it's just these days the endurance level is really, really low, right? People just think they
So,
can, yeah,
Nelly, is cheating a deal breaker for you? Both on both
absolutely. No, no,
both
so it
sides.
depends on the circumstance.
But oh, so there's a circumstance for cheating.
No, 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 no. Okay, so yeah, yes,
There's a circumstance.
yeah. We should define what that cheating means.
No, no, I'm talking about actual. You sleep with somebody else outside of your relationship or marriage.
It's not a deal breaker for me. Can I tell you why? See,
Wow, you're so
you
advanced.
no, no, no. Let me tell you. You don't have to believe me. Let me tell you. You don't have to believe me, and I'm going to send this pop and plain. See, if there are kids involved, do you understand? If there are kids involved, and these kids needs both parents, right? I can tell you for free. I can pretend that the relationship is going well. I will deal with it. I will do my best to be forgiving, all because of those kids. All because of those kids. And again, who says so? It's weird, right? So if I catch my partner cheating, right? Why is it a deal breaker for me? Is it because she has not caught me? Do you understand?
Nelly, are you saying you cheat?
No, no, no. I'm just saying. So you have to be forgiving. Honestly, you have to. Maybe because of my background as a Catholic, and honestly, I swear to
Okay,
you,
so you don't catch her cheating. She comes to tell you.
that's the more reason I should be more forgiving. They're not
Tolu,
the right hand for face
Seku,
now.
you people should chime
Shebi
in.
na people wait. Shebi na people they marry former Ashawo. They didn't know. They didn't know that.
I put it to you that Nelly is lying.
I swear to God, I'm not lying.
I put it to you that Nelly is lying.
Tolu.
I put it to you
Tolu.
that Nelly is lying.
Listen to me. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me, like I said. But I promise you, I'm telling you the truth.
I've
You
not
don't.
met any guy that will say
You
there's
have
no
not met.
guy.
See.
There's no guy on
Maybe
earth
see.
that
Maybe
will
you
say
can
it's not a
say.
deal breaker.
Maybe you can say
And
it's easier said.
you just said
See,
it's a
maybe
lie.
you can no, wait now. Maybe you can say it's easier said than done, right? I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm telling you where my head is. I'm telling you where my head is. If there are no
I mean,
kids,
I mean,
if there
plus he's also made accessions to children. You have to think about the kids as
if
well.
there are no kids
If he
involved,
didn't have kids, maybe he will just say,
if
you
there
know
are no
what, I'm
kids
out.
involved,
See, let me
But
tell you something.
I go run like Usain Bolt.
If Nelly had
But if
said it's
kids,
not a deal breaker, but the relationship will not be same, it's different. But he just said no.
no, see. But I have said it indirectly that I will pretend, I will work on it, I will make it work. It's not. That's telling you that it will not be the same. But it's not a deal breaker for me, especially if kids are involved. But if kids are not involved, jackpa, I'm telling you, I'm not lying to you. That's where my head is, and it's not easy. But it's a big burden to carry. And I can tell you, our parents carried those burdens, but we never knew about it. They did,
We
but you
knew.
never
What
know
do you mean
about
we
it.
never knew about it? We
Well, yeah,
knew.
some of us knew. I can tell you, some of us knew, but I mean, so after living with a man for 40 years, you have grown up kids, you are a grandmother, you catch the man fiddling or playing with a young side chick. Well, infidelity, yes. Is infidelity only wrong when the couples are still young? Well, what if you're old? You catch at your 60s, your 70s, you catch the man. Your engine is knocked. The engine is still active. He has a side chick. What are you going to do? Are you going to leave him?
You would do like Melinda Gates and you leave.
Oh, Diego, Melinda Gates. That one left with billions now. What if there's no billions to live with?
and you, all you have in that place is one pen and one paper, nothing to your name.
Nothing.
Maybe the man built house where you are hiding your head. Say, at least when he dies, I will carry you
And
from
at that age, you don't even have family to run to.
nobody.
It's people that are even running to you as family.
I'm telling you.
Do you understand?
Um,
I say, I promise you, forgiveness is a hard burden, depending on the circumstance. based on this question you asked me, the answer I gave you is my honest answer. It's not easy. There will be sad moments when I see the woman, but it's a body you have to carry
And I think
when the kids
every
are involved.
cheating situation is also unique in itself. I'm sure, I know we're rounding up soon, but just to say this quickly, every cheating situation is unique in itself. If somebody cheats once and they promise that they will not cheat again, I think it's very forgivable and you can
Especially
move
now,
on.
you tell me. Now she open her
Yeah.
mouth, tell
Do
me.
you understand? If it's a
Uh,
one-time thing and they promise that it won't happen again, unless maybe it becomes a pattern and you keep saying it, then by all means, please, for your own mental state or emotional state, move on. But let me say something real quick. In I think that there's no transgression that cannot be forgiven. I think
absolutely.
that the only thing that is that you might not just forget, but you can forgive any transgression anybody does to you. So that's it.
And
Anyway.
sometimes when I don't forget, those remembrance just helps me to get better. Shade, let me tell you, many men are emotionally absent. Most of us men don't even understand how hard it is for a woman to live with or get married to a man who is emotionally absent. You may be there physically, emotionally you are absent, romantically you are absent, sexually you are absent. Do you understand? So when these kind of things happen, I know that there's a heat of passion, there's a betrayal, you have that feeling, there's a rush of emotions. But when everything calms down, if you're honest to yourself and you like to give yourself self feedback, you will be honest to yourself that you play some
How
roles.
did it
No, it's not
happen?
an
Yes. Why
excuse.
did it happen? Exactly.
How
But
did it
again,
happen? Where did it
let's not
happen?
take away from people that if it's their deal breaker, it's their deal breaker. If
Because
this is
women, like I tell you, women, like I said it before in this our conversations, women are the most enduring in a relationship. So when it gets to the point when a woman who is married to you, taking a vow, goes to sleep with somebody else, you have to, yeah, we'll call it
introspect,
out.
Okay, Nelly,
you
let me
need
ask
to
you a question.
introspect.
What
Yes.
if she slept on that woman?
Ah,
What are
so
you
lose this
talking about?
conversation for another day.
Please,
I'm
please,
just
this
saying that
go and ask Kemi Lawyer. Which kind of question is this one?
let's not take
Go
away
and ask
from the fact
VDM.
that Nelly, for some people, it's a deal breaker and it's
Yeah, I
something they
agree.
cannot walk. Yes, and if they want to
I
move on, that's fine.
I agree. I agree. It's okay. It's okay if you can't deal with it and move on. But I'm just speaking for myself.
Yeah, perfect.
You say,
Okay.
can you lawyer? Go and ask VDM if
It's
you can.
time to end the show.
You
Yes,
see,
yes, yes.
Shade, you see, Dupe, Tolu is already tolerating same-sex misbehavior because her mentor was giving somebody blowjob and hand job.
Oh my
VDM.
Also, let me
goodness,
just use this
Nelly.
opportunity. Wait, Nelly, wait. Let me just quickly say that I know that all of us heard about Chimamanda's child's son's
Oh
death.
yeah,
And so I
yeah.
think that is important that we also just speak to it individually and send love her way, condolences, whatever it is, prayers. If you're going to pray for her, because I cannot imagine her mental state as a mom right now. Imagine taking a child to Nigeria for Christmas, two children, only to leave Nigeria with one child. So that's
Um,
that's really heartbreaking.
in 10 seconds, I've dealt with many cases that had to do with hospitals in Lagos, Loot, and all those kind of general hospitals where
Yes.
people that are not influential have lost their kids, family members because of breakdown of the health sector. This is in the public domain because it's Chimamanda. I mean, my prayers and love with her, but the country has to do better. There are
We need,
many of those Chimamandas out there, but they don't have a
and they don't
voice.
have a name, nobody to speak for
It's
them. I
sad. It's
agree
really
with you
sad.
100%. Yeah.
So sad.
Okay.
Do we have comments today?
No,
They've
We're,
been
I mean,
scrolling. Did you read them?
the
They've
video,
been scrolling past. Now, when you're always telling to look, right there, how will you
No,
see
no,
the
no, 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 no.
comments?
I
the
was
video
very,
story.
when I discuss legal issues, I'm always very passionate about it. Don't vex
We
me.
can tell. That's why I begged Davido to give you work so that you can
Happy
just go.
Happy New Year. It's
He
good
should
to
give
see
me
Happy
work
New
too.
Year. Happy New Year, everybody. All right. So
Yes, so happy New Year.
we're
New
back
Year.
now. So every week, everybody resume office
Oh,
every week.
yes.
3 p.m. and before p.m. EST.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
guys.
Let me end.
Bye.
Bye. Peace.
See you guys
Bye.